The canyon has no need of man, but mankind may face a moment in eternity when he may have a fundamental need to experience the character and timeless perspective that makes this such a wondrous place. And as we struggle to comprehend, we may discover a consciousness of our own immortality, a vague and distant sense of the divine, making us one with each other and uniting us in peace with the infinite.
The Grand Canyon, a masterpiece of nature formed by 6 million years of erosion and seismic upheaval. A chasm over 270 miles long and 1 mile deep. So epic, its wonder and majesty have never been successfully recorded until now. Using IMAX, the most advanced motion picture system in existence, Academy Award-winning director Keith Merrill has captured the grandeur of the canyon as never before.
Okay, he's pulling into the main current, headed for the rapid now.
The scope of the production required the largest film crew ever assembled in the Grand Canyon. They will film for 78 days in some of the national park's most remote locations. To record the canyon's natural beauty on film, Merrill called on veteran cinematographer Reed Smoot to serve as director of photography.
Well, it would work out real nice off these platforms.
When Keith first called me about this project, as he put it, it was an opportunity to use the world's largest motion picture format in one of the world's largest locations, the Grand Canyon. The exciting thing is that you know that if you're getting maybe just even 1 or 2 really great shots a day, that there's an awful lot to choose from.
The scenery now is on a grand scale. The walls of the canyon are 2,500 feet above us. One would imagine the walls have been carved with a grand design and purpose. And always we wonder what we shall find tomorrow.
Determined to capture the beauty of the environment without relying solely on pictures, Merrill focused his script on mankind's presence in the canyon. Native Americans were enlisted to portray the area's earliest known human inhabitants. Costumes, props, and sets were accurately reproduced to bring to the screen an authentic recreation.
Are we about ready to see this all the way through? Rehearsal, right? Mom, let's put everybody to one and go for a...
Okay, everybody, please. Positions 1.
The fragile human history of Grand Canyon begins 4,000 years ago. Their beginnings are lost in time. Only the shadow of their lives and superstitions are left to whisper of their homes along the rim. We know them only as the gatherers.
Although experienced in conventional 35mm film production, the filmmakers had to re-educate themselves to the unique requirements of the IMAX format. Essential to the filmmaking team was David Douglas, one of the world's leading authorities on the IMAX film system.
The difference with IMAX is that we've tried to fill the field of view completely with the image, so that you have no terms of reference except to the screen and the pictures on the screen. There hasn't been much that we haven't tried to do, and that's always the best attitude and the way to get the best pictures.
We'll come around and do a medium of him setting the trap, you know, like a close-up of the trap, which of course is full figure and half the mountain. We selectively direct the audience's attention in 35 to your face or to your boot or to your wrist, but in IMAX, a close-up of your face, your wrist, and your boot is one shot. And that's the big challenge if you're trying to communicate dramatic ideas involving people and stories, which we have done, telling the human history of the canyon. It becomes extremely challenging.
Less than 50 years after Columbus discovered America, Don Garcia Lopez de Cardenas and a small band of Spanish explorers traveled north in search of the fabled lost cities of gold. The year is 1540.
Filming in areas few tourists ever reach proved to be a test of endurance. The normally routine task of setting the camera into position often became the most complicated effort of the day.
In a sense, we were going for those definitive moments where everything comes together at once. And we wanted to put that camera in places that people had never seen before. And consequently, just the logistics, the sheer logistics down on the river of packing in some of the side canyons was enormous. Basically, when we would haul into a canyon, we would have a minimum of 8 backpacks, weighing on the average of 60 pounds. And a number of times it became necessary to use ropes and to line the packs up canyon walls, and it took a great deal of planning and decisiveness. But the objective is to as I said, be in the right place at the right time, and then just get lucky. And I think we did that a lot.
The sun is coming across this way then, Reagan. So what happens to that wall at, say, 4 o'clock, that big red wall?
Pretty bright.
It will be bright? Well, then it'll bounce a lot into the lower pool.
Is that it, Denny?
You close? Okay. Have we got, how much clear sky have we got?
We don't have a lot. When we do get it, then it's going to be gone.
Okay.
Why don't we try one with it?
All right.
Is it coming now?
Is it coming?
This looks kind of neat.
All right, let's shoot it. Pull the tree.
The canyon challenges and then defies man's passion to capture and communicate. No picture or word, no brush or palette, no lens or paint can extend the wonder of Grand Canyon beyond itself.
The Grand Canyon is home to over 70 species of mammals, 250 varieties of birds, 25 types of reptiles, and 5 amphibian species. But for the filmmakers, obtaining the cooperation of a few select creatures was no simple task.
It doesn't like the noise. It's coming back.
And then at that point, I think what you could do is you could go, you could go scrambling over here and go bam, and then stop, and then we could actually cut to a different angle and have you turn around with the.
And just go on.
Yeah. So give me the cat. Cat.
Where's the cat? Right up the wall. I don't even see it.
On the one hand, it's storytelling. It's a different format, but you're still, basically communicating ideas visually. But from a practical and a logistical standpoint, on a day-to-day basis, it's extremely different because the size of the equipment makes it very cumbersome, and you have to learn to design the shots and the visual sequences within the context of the audience's reaction.
Tyrell.